going to start on the mat. Okay, I will demo each exercise with Carson so he knows what he's doing, but then I will walk round and make sure that his alignment, his posture is correct as we go through, okay? So we're going to start on the mat and we're going to start on the side. So if you come into the bar for me, great. Okay, so first exercise we're going to do is we're going to come up into a side plank. Now, there's two modifications for this. You will be fine with the more advanced. So when you come up into your side plank, you're going to come up into this position on the arm. If this is too much for you, you can do this, okay, on the forearm, and you can lift from here, all right? So we're going to do it right the way up. You're going to extend your top leg out, and as you extend this top leg out, okay, you're going to reach all the way over as far as you can, okay, into this position, all right? This is your extension. Then you're going to bring the knee in. Hand is going to go to the head. You're going to tap the toe to the front. You're going to tap the toe behind. Okay? Very good for the hips. Yeah. Okay, so you feel it already. We're going to do 10 repetitions of each exercise. Alright? So I'm going to leave him to work through those. And as I say, I'll be checking that everything's correct. Main points to remember in bar are, okay, as I say, the hips. You always want everything to be parallel, okay? So when you're coming up into this position and you're extending and you're reaching over, if you look, my hip here, okay, the knee and the shoulder are all in line. It's very important, okay, for alignment. And obviously the opening and closing of the hip. The hips want to be slightly pushed forward in bar, okay? We don't want any hips back and bum down, okay? More important when you're standing, but also important to remember when you're doing these. Good. Really extend through. Keep those toes pointed at all times, unless I tell you any different, because we're lengthening through the leg. Okay, also very important. Good. We're using our obliques here as well as we stretch, so really extend through that top arm as you come over the top. Good. Nice. And bring it in. Perfect. Good. And over. Nice. Good. Again, the core is being used here because the core, the strength in your core is what keeps you stable. Okay, so the stability aspect of bar is what is also so important for building up that core strength. Okay, so the stronger the core, the easier you will find it. Good. Nice. Tap and tap. Good. And extend. Reach. Good. And come in. Nice. Good. Couple more. Nice. Good. And tap. One more for me. Right the way over. And bring it over. And back. Good. And come down and rest. Nice. Good. Did you feel that?
Just quite a lot.
Yeah, really through. And great for the hip again. So as you're extending, obviously, the thing with your hips is that naturally as human beings, we don't really open our hips out laterally. So we don't, it's a very important joint that people don't realise how important it is. It connects everything together. So when you open your hip joint out laterally and you open and close it, it's that helps with everything. Your flexibility improves, you know, you can move more freely, because otherwise that's why people, it's the most common thing now in adults in the UK is hip replacement.
Yeah.
So it is so important, and that bar is such a good way of working the hip joint, so it's great for that, you know, it really, really helps. Okay, second one, very similar, but we're going to open out and extend and back in. We've done these before in our classes. I do these all the time. This is one of my kind of signature ones. So as you come up this time, instead of reaching over, you're going to extend, open out, the hand's going to come up, you're going to follow it up, you're going to come all the way down and bring that knee back to the mat, okay? So we're opening out and coming back in, okay? So we're opening all the way out, extend, come all the way down, good. So open the chest, look all the way up and bring it in, nice, good. And lift, and in for 3, good. And for 4, nice, and all the way down, good. 5, nice, good, and 6, good, and in, and 7, nice, and 8, good, really good, and 9, more for me, all the way down, and all the way up for 10, and come down. Nice, good. Yeah, so doing those two together, it's great. You're essentially doing the same exercise with the extension, but obviously when you're leaning over, you're moving away, but you're opening out with that one. So your arm follows the leg, which obviously in ballet, that's what ballet dancers do. Their arms always follow where their legs go. So that's what we're aiming for with that one. Okay, next one. You're going to come onto your back this time, okay? Now, I need you to be able to, yeah, you'll be able to do it actually, because this one, there's a slight pendulum in this one. This is the pendulum movement, okay? So it's just like a slight rock to here. So what you're going to do, you're going to bring your legs up towards here, okay? You're going to take them over to the right side first, okay? So you're going to straighten them on the way down. You're going to take them over, don't drop them right to the floor, point the toes. You're going to do 2 little pulses. As you come back in, you're going to bring the toes together into this nice diamond position. You're going to tap twice in the centre. The legs are going to go again to straight. You're going to bring them down halfway, 2 little pulses, back to the middle and back to that frog, okay? I call it a frog, don't know why. Just how I describe, good. So you can see Carl's doing it perfectly here because his shoulders are off the mat, okay? So they don't have to be very far off the mat, but they do need to be slightly raised to make sure that he's firing through his lower abs, okay, when he's doing these moves. Okay, good. And the reason we do that slight frog shape, you'll be able to testify to this, is when you do this movement, you can feel it right down your inner thigh, yeah? So that's why we put the feet into that position. Good, nice. And 2 taps, good, lovely. You can see how straight his legs are. Now that will be challenging when you first start, okay? That comes with practice and the more you do these kind of moves, but the straighter the leg, the more beneficial the exercise is. You'll feel it down your quads, you can feel it down your hamstrings. So try and keep those legs as straight as you can when you're doing those pendulum swings. And over, good. Nice. Okay, good. Tap, lovely. All the way over. Nice. Feel that for your abs?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, a couple more for me. We'll move on. And tap. And over one more for me. Nice. So you can see that what essentially we're doing here, as we're doing this exercise, is we're combining slow and controlled with quicker and pulses. Okay, so that's how barre works and why it is so effective, because you combine a slow and controlled and lengthening movement, which is what the pendulum is, as he's moving his legs over to the side, and then those pulses movements are when he's doing those 2 taps, and the same in the middle. He's doing those 2 taps with his toes together. Okay, last one for me. Good. Excellent. Last one and rest. Good. Nice. Okay. Right, next exercise. Now this is challenging, I would say, okay? So again, take your time with this, and if you need to break it up a little bit and do them separately, you can. You don't have to link them together, you'll be fine, but you can do this gradually. If this is your first time doing barre, I would probably recommend to do 10 of one and then 10 of the other, okay, rather than linking them together. So what we're going to work through here is inside leg taps. Again, very good for the inner thigh. So your back leg is bent, foot flat on the floor, front leg extended, okay? You're going to lift up off the mat onto the hip and you're going to raise this arm, okay? So opposite arm to leg, and we're going to do 2 taps here. You're going to lift the leg. You're going to tap here, place the leg down. You're going to tap again, okay? And then you're going to twist over on this inside leg into your plank position, okay, to here. And you're going to lift the same leg that you've been working on. 2 lifts. Leg comes up, tap the toe, the leg comes up, tap the toe, okay? Twist back into this position, arm comes up, tap, and down, tap, and down, same again. Twist over into that plank, leg comes up, lift, tap, lift, tap, all right? So as I say, if this is too challenging for you to do as a linked movement, you can do 10 taps and then you can do 10 leg lowers, all right? So you can break it up, okay? Tap, nice, and tap, good, and twist towards me, nice, lift the leg, lift, lift. You can see his form there's really good. Just hold that position for me there as you lift. So you can see his bum's down. We don't want to see any of this, all right? Keep that bum nice and parallel. His shoulders, his hips, everything's in line. And as he's lifting, he's lengthening through his leg. He's not bending at the knee. Toe nice and pointed. Lifting through here, bringing it down to tap. Lifting through, down to tap, okay? So very important when you're in that plank position to make sure your alignment is spot on, okay? Good. Arm up and tap, twist. Good, nice, and lift. Good, and lift. Nice. Good. That's it. Nice. Tap and twist. Good. So as your coordination improves, again, there is obviously some, you do not, I should have said this at the beginning, you do not have to have any dance or ballet experience at all to do barre. Okay, a lot of people say that to me and they say, oh, I'm not a dancer, I've never done ballet, I won't be able to do it. Absolutely not the case, okay? All that barre is it's a fitness class that incorporates elements of ballet and Pilates into it. If you've done dancing before, you are going to have improved flexibility, you may find it easier, but you don't need to do it, okay? It's just incorporating those elements, as you can see, the pointed toes, the lengthened legs, the lengthened arms, you know, that kind of movement, and there is elements of movement and coordination in it, that will improve as you do it, okay? Good. We'll give that one a rest. Now, hard that one, isn't it?
It is difficult.
It is hard, and you do have to be quite coordinated, but as I say, break them up first, so you know, do your taps first, 10, like this, and then twist and do your legs, okay? And break it up. So do them individually and then you can try and link them. Okay, great. Next one, okay, is a slight scissor action with a leg. So you're going to come onto your side again here, okay, and you're going to slightly elevate both legs, right? Bring them forward slightly to here, okay? We're going to open out the legs. So scissor, scissor, front knee comes forward, point the toe, extend, point your toe, that's it. So the knee comes back, leg goes back, scissor, scissor, knee, okay? Good, nice. So again, core, very important here. Your core is what's keeping you nice and stable as you do this exercise. Good, nice. Both legs are moving away from each other, okay, which is also very important. Don't just lift your top leg, make sure that they're both opening away and closing. Good, and bring that knee forward. Nice, good. Good, do 4 more for me, and knee. See how nice and flexed, pointed his toe is. He's giving that nice fluid motion as his knee's coming forward. Good, nice. Good, 2 more for me. Good. 2, knee, and scissor, scissor, and knee. Good, nice, excellent. Okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to come up to the bar now and do a bar section, and then everything you've just done there you need to do on the other side, okay? But we'll break it in half so that you're getting a little bit of both rather than having to go straight into that. Sometimes I'll do it all the way through and I'll run through the mat section and then the bar, but it is nice to be able to break it up, okay? Yeah. Right, so, come up for me. Now, we're going to do a couple, 3 different moves at the bar, okay? Obviously, because he's done a lot of bar classes, he knows what the moves are, but I'll explain them as we go through. So, we're going to start with both of our weights, and we're going to do some attitudes. Now, there are 2 different types of kicks in ballet, okay? An attitude is this. So as you come up into your arabesque, you bend, okay? So it's a bend through the knee and the heel comes in towards the bum at an angle, okay? If you can do this mirror, that's great because you can watch your form. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the leg up into an attitude here, okay? And we're going to go up and down. So we're going to go from here, you're going to come up, you're going to lift, you're going to come down, you're going to lift. On your second lift into your attitude, you're going to try and hold that there. You're going to go out into a reverse fly, 1 and 2, and come back up to the bar. Okay, so you haven't got, if this is too much for you, okay, to keep the balance, again the balance is very important here and keeping you in that hold. If it's too much, you could drop one weight and do it on both sides, okay, so that you'd be able to hold on. So you'd come up to here, yeah, do your attitudes, attitude, and drop down, and then hold, and do one arm at a time, okay? So do your flies one arm at a time, and then obviously do it on the other side, all right? So let's try that. Good, up into your attitude, and down. Nice, good, reverse fly. 1, 2, and down, good, perfect. So hip alignment, again, very important here. As you can see, his hips are nice and square, he's not tilting. Okay, what often happens, especially with attitudes, because of the angle of the knee, people tend to do this. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to keep your hips square. The rotation comes from the glute and from the hip. Okay, good. So his hips are nice and square. His heels coming in towards his bum, as you can see. Good. Straighten your foot out slightly. That's better. So your toes up towards the ceiling. Good. Nice and down. Good. All the way up and lovely. Nice and slow and controlled here. He's holding his position and then he's lifting through with that reverse fly with the weight. Good. So you're working your arms here at the same time. You're using your glutes to lift. Your standing leg as well. People forget because they think, oh, I'm only working one leg at a time. You can say your standing leg is doing just as much work as the leg that's lifting. Because the standing leg is what's supporting you as you do the movement. So you're still working that standing leg even though it's still. Yeah? Good. Nice. Nice and slow and controlled. And lift through. Good. Nice. And back down. Good. Lovely. Nice. Good. Perfect. Do a couple more here. 2. Good. And last one of these. Lifting through and lift and all the way down. Perfect. Good. Okay, right, we're going to do some lunge work now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into a static lunge from here. Okay, but we're going to do a kick to start with. We're now going to do a more traditional kick in ballet bar, which is an arabesque. Okay, an arabesque is straight-legged. So as you come up, I want you to keep the weight in the opposite hand. Okay, you're going to extend through into your arabesque here. Okay, you're going to do 2 lifts of the leg. Okay, 2 rows of the arm, and then you're going to take this back leg back. Static lunge here. Raise the weight, shoulder press up and then back to your starting position. Okay, so 3 different moves all linked together. All right, so lift through into that straight leg arabesque, keeping the upper body, don't come too far down and don't hunch your shoulders. Keep the back nice and straight. You can see shoulder, hip, toe, okay, and lift. So you're lifting from that glute, doing the work. Take the weight into the chest, row it in, okay, back into that static lunge, lift through, shoulder press up, second one up. All right, good, perfect, nice. So you can see again, he's working on his balance, his hips are square, and you can see that his glute is doing the work there. You can see that he's lifting from his glute. A lot of people struggle when they first start because they're trying to do this, yeah? It's very isolated, it's a small movement. Again, like what I said, the long, slow control into those short, fast pulse movements, yeah? Good. Static lunge, so he's holding his position. Balancing, make sure you don't sway, so make sure you hold your position, find it first. If you wobble, it's fine, just make sure everything's square, hold that position, bend that back knee, take the weight straight up, okay? Good. Nice. Excellent. Good. Perfect. Moving it in, good. Static lunge and lift. And lift. You can see, like I said at the beginning, full body workout. We're using everything here. So we're using the core to keep ourselves stable, we're using the glutes, we're working the arms, and it doesn't have to be heavy weights. If you don't have any weights at home, you could use a can. Yeah, so just find a tin can that you've got in the cupboard. That'll work just as well if you don't have any small weights, okay? Great, good. Nice. Yeah, do those 2 rows. And back into your lunge. Lift through. Okay, do a couple more for me. Nice. Good. More. Okay, perfect. Now, we're going to do some work in our ballet positioning now. Okay, so first position is a nice narrow V with the feet. Okay, so this is first position. When we're working first position with the arm, okay, the arm in first position is here. Okay, so it's like you're shaking someone's hand, slight bend in the elbow so that it's curved, and we're going to hold the weight in that hand. We're going to hold onto the bar with our other hand. Okay, so this is first position. Second position, all you do is you move your outside leg so that they're hip width apart. Make sure that the toes are turned out. Push those hips forward, tuck your tailbone underneath. Nice neutral spine and shoulders back in terms of your posture. The arm then comes out to here into second position, so nice straight arm. Okay, so they're the ballet positions that we're going to use for this next move. So you're going to transition from one to the other. Okay. So you're going to start facing the bar, okay, for me, in first position. So heels together, okay, and the arm, as I said, is going to come to here. And we're just going to do some nice pliés to relevés. Releve is this, okay, as you lift onto your toes and lift the heels off the mat, that's a relevé position. If I say that, that's what I mean. Okay, so we're going to do some nice, simple relevés into plie, okay, so you're going to lift up into your relevé for me, the arm's going to come up, this is fifth position arm, okay, and it's going to come all the way down, just nice and simple to start, bring the heels down, back into first, good, so lift all the way up for 2, and come back, nice, and lift for 3, and back down, good, for 4, perfect, and down for 5, nice, good, and 6, perfect, and 7, nice, and last one, 8. Now the final one, we're going to twist out into second position now, okay, so arms coming from here, it's coming out to the side, we're going to stay in that releve, we're going to go down into second, now, knees over the toes, hips forward, don't stick your bum out, you want to be in this nice neutral position, we go out into second, and then we come back over to the bar, and we twist. We bring it in, slide the toe in, okay, and you twist in towards the bar. So down into second, try and stay in your elevate if you can, and up to twist. Nice, good. So over into second, slide and twist. Good, nice, lovely. And all the way down, and twist, good, nice. All the way down, good, perfect. Great form, so you can see his hips are forward, he isn't leaning back, he's not hinged, his bum's not sticking out, and he's using those oblique muscles as he comes into the bar. So as he's going down into his plie position, his knees are over his toes, then as he's coming up, he's bringing in that twist again as he comes up, and he's staying on his toe, okay, so he's pointing his toe, tapping that other foot, good, nice, and all the way in, good, perfect. Nice. Do 3 more for me. So in for 3 and over, good. For 2. Now, as you go out into second now, hold it in your plie position. So hold it down, hold the arm out. We're going to do 10 pulses here. So we're going to do 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice. Excellent. Well done. Good. Perfect. Now, we're now going to do some positions in fourth, okay? So you can pop your weight down for this one for now. Pop your weight on the floor. So fourth position in ballet is probably the trickiest to do in terms of your feet positioning. So the front leg is in front at a slight angle, okay? And the back foot, you want your heel and toe to be aligned. So you can see you can draw a line between the heel and the toe, okay? So this is fourth position, right? A little bit of a gap between the feet. So there's a little bit of a gap between your front heel and your back toe. Good, perfect, that's it. So when you're in fourth position here, okay, your arm, so from first, it's in the middle of first and second, okay? So from first, it doesn't go all the way out into second, it comes to here, okay? This is fourth position, all right? Now, what fourth leads very nicely into is when we come to here, okay? So we're going to go from here, is this positioning here, okay? So we're going to transition from a fourth position plie, you're going to come up into this position, okay? So it transitions very nicely because you have one leg back, okay? And so you can come into this position really nicely here, okay? So as you come down, you can lift all the way up. So that's what we're going to practice, okay? Nice. So we're going to go down into that fourth position plie. He's on his toes, so he's still in his releve, okay? So he's coming from here, and he's lifting all the way up, arm comes up to fifth. Hold it for a couple of seconds, good. And you come down, try and get your toe so that it's coming right into your knee, okay? So as you come up into that position, try and, good, nice. There you go, good. Nice, good. Toe in, good, nice. Good. Bring that toe in a bit, that's it. So you want to try and hit the knee with the toe, okay? Good. Coming down and lifting through it, good, nice. Good. Nice. Excellent, good. Okay, and lift through. Nice. Way down, so his knees, as you can see, his knees are only over his toe. Again, lots of people, they transition all the way down. So when they go down and separate, sometimes they'll be like down here. You don't need to do that in barre. It's not like when you're doing squats or anything in the gym. Okay, as soon as you can see that your knee is over your toe, you've gone down far enough. Okay, good, nice. Good. Lift through, good, nice. Way down, do a couple more for me, and then we're going to pulse in this position. Fourth position, lift all the way up. Now hold it in fourth, that's it, hold it out. You're going to pulse for me here. Good, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, good. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side now, so we're going to reverse the feet. Okay, so the other foot's going to come forward. So if you had your right foot forward and you did it this way, you want to switch the feet round so that you're in fourth position the other way, okay? So we're going to do the same thing again, lift into that releve, push those hips forward. Always check your posture, okay? So make sure we haven't got a lean, okay? You also don't want to be leaning back, nice and neutral, okay? So, in that fourth position, good. You can see he's got a nice gap between his front heel and his back toe, good. And you lift him all the way up, get that toe in, that's it, good, nice. And down, plie. And lift. Nice, good. You stay in with that heel raised, so it's in that releve position, which obviously everything that you do in a releve is more challenging because you're going to feel it right down the back of that calf as you go down and lift. Nice, good. Good, lovely, perfect, and lift.
Feel weak at this side. It's more challenging.
Yeah, so everybody normally, when they start to do barre, will have one side easier than the other side. The reason being, obviously we all have a dominant side, so whether you're right-handed or left-handed, that's your dominant side. Ironically, it isn't always when you lift with your non-dominant side. Sometimes it's when you stand on your non-dominant side. So if your non-dominant side is having to support you and is the standing leg, sometimes that can be harder because obviously it's not as strong. So you don't have that strength on the non-dominant side. Good. Nice. Plie and lift. You're going to go back now. Hold it in that full position, plie, and pulse for me. 8, 7. Good. Arm out. Nice. Yeah. Relax that bend slightly. We'll be about there before that's it. Fingers together. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Good. And come up. Good. Lovely. Right, we're going to do a little stretch of the bar now, just to give him a little stretch. It is still working, okay, but it's just giving him a nice little stretch out, okay? So we're going to come into a hover position. Feet are going to go parallel. You're going to come into a nice hover position here, and we're going to bend and extend, okay? So you bend to here, you feel that through here, you lift up, push those knees away from the floor. So you bend and you extend. Okay, and bend and extend for 3, and bend and extend for 4. Nice, and down for 5. Good, and down. So you're in that hover position, still working the legs. Nice, good, good, and for 4. Nice, for 3. Lift, good, and for 2. Lift through. Now hold it for me. Hold it in that hover. Again, 8 pulses. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go put the feet flat on the floor. Stretch. So bring that back nice and straight. You're in a nice T-bar position. Nice T-bar position, and just stretch out through those arms. Stretch out that lower back. That's it, and just hold that there. Good. Nice. Excellent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Good. Okay, so we're going to come back onto the mat now. We're going to reverse everything that we did at the start. We're going to do that onto the other side. Okay? So obviously he can just flip round. So he's going to be doing his side planks on the other side here. Okay, good, nice. So first move, you're coming out with your reach, tap to the front and tap to the back. Good, perfect. All the way over, bringing it in, nice, and tap, and tap. Good, just make those feet out the way for you. There you go. Nice, tap, and tap, good. Nice. There we go, good. Nice. 5, good. And behind, good, nice. Yeah, good. Tap. Couple more for me. Keep going, and in, tap, and tap for 2. Good. Yeah, come down, have a little breather. Good, good, good. That's excellent. Yeah, it is really tough, that one. I think mainly because everything's quite slow. You've got to kind of really control it as you go out into that extension and you're leaning away, which adds in again that sort of extra core move because you're stretching away from the extended leg rather than when you're opening out towards it. So you're sort of pulling away from it, so it is a difficult one there. Now open and close, so follow, good, all the way out, really open the chest, look up towards the hand, good, nice. So he's opening out his chest, really nice, long movement, and then he's coming back in. So it's an extension and a flexion, an extension and a flexion, good, nice. Opening out his hip joint and closing it back in on the way in, nice, good. And you can also, obviously with this one, you can do it a little bit quicker. So again, this is all great because you're kind of adding in that sort of interval where your heart rate's going up and it's coming back down. There's nothing that's super, super cardio focused, but it does help just sort of incorporate those moves where some of them are a little bit quicker, some of them are a little bit slower. Nice. Do a couple more for me. 2, and in, and last one, all the way out, and back in and rest. Good. Excellent. Well done. Really good. So now we've got those pendulum swings. Okay, so the pendulum swing into our little nice frog. Now, I'm just going to show you a variation on this exercise, which we've not done in today's class, but I do sometimes do it. These are excellent, these movements. Now, obviously, Carson is doing it from this position with his shoulders, which really works the lower abs. However, you can do this movement sitting up. And why it's so good when you're sitting up is because you isolate the inner thigh here. So as you lift, you can see here that your back, because your back is straight and you're in a sitting position, you have to use your legs. What you're not using is your core. So a lot of people do this, they bring their core in like a sit-up. What you want to do is keep this where it is, and you want to lift through the inner thigh. Okay, this is really good. When you start to get better at them, you can incorporate a little arm movement, the same. So you could do a little curl as you come up. So you could curl, down, This is a really good one to do. Your inner thighs will burn when you do that. Okay, good, nice. 2 taps, and bring them over. Nice, good. Back to the centre. Good. Nice. Good, lovely. And then we're going to go back into this plank and twist, plank and twist. Okay, just one more for me of these. Over to the side. 2 taps, you can see how straight his legs are. Perfect, last one. Nice. Good, have a little breather. How are you feeling?
I'm sweating.
Yeah, so this is again what people don't realise. I have a lot of people, especially men, I'll be honest. I don't understand how this does anything. You don't sweat, you're not running, you're not lifting any weights.
Believe me.
Until you do it, women not so much because they've probably done something similar. They might have done yoga before, they might have done Pilates, they understand the difficulty and how actually hard it is. But it really, really is a full body workout. You do not have to be killing yourself on a running machine or lifting 10 kilogram weights and squatting on leg presses. This is honestly, you will feel this so much more. And I'm not saying you don't incorporate it, it works so well alongside strength training. If you like strength training, I'm running a half marathon on Sunday, I'm not saying don't do any cardio. What I'm saying is, it's very, very important, as you will know, when you train your body, you cannot constantly do the same things. You have to mix up what you're doing, and you have to mix up your routines. You know, it's like a dancer would never say, oh, I'm not going to lift any weights. A footballer wouldn't. Footballers do bar. I know loads of footballers who do bar, because it is so beneficial to them. So you do have to mix up your training. So it is a really good thing to do if you've never done it before, to incorporate it into your routine. I think no matter what you do, whether you don't play any sport, whether you don't go to the gym, or whether you're the fittest person in the world, it is a great thing to do. Okay, right, so your taps on your other leg, make sure you're tapping with your other leg this time. He's lifting, he's coming in, nice, again, extension and flexion, and then he's twisting, so you twist the other way, and he's lifting his other leg with his leg lowers. Plank, look, perfect, really nice. And as you do this more and more, your flexibility will improve, you'll be able to lift higher, but when you first start, it really doesn't matter, okay, as long as your leg is straight. But what people tend to do to try and kind of get that height when they're doing this is they kind of tend to do this and like bend their leg. You really want to try and keep that leg, okay, as straight as you can as you lift it, and it will improve as you do it, okay? Good, nice. And twist. Nice, good. Do 4 more for me. I've got absolutely no idea how we're doing on time. I've not even looked.
Doing pretty well for time.
Are we?
It's 12:21.
Okay, perfect. So I think if we do, yeah, exactly. exactly. We'll do some more. We'll do another 10 minutes, and then, as I say, we're going to have quite a long stretch at the end because the stretching is so important. Nice. Good. Couple more for me. Nice. And over. Good. Last one. Good. And come down. Nice. Have a little breather. So we've got those scissors to go with the knee forward. That's your last one of those exercises. And then we're going to do a little bit of work on the mat with the glutes, and then we're going to come back up and we're going to do a bit more work on the bar, okay? So last one to go. So obviously on the other side, so we're working through into that scissor position. So you're coming over to the side, you're extending those legs nice and straight, you're coming out, and that front knee is coming forward, slightly lower. Back to this position, and out, and in, okay?
I think we've only got it till 12:30, that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll do some stretching soon. We're going to do a couple of little glute bridge exercises, and then we'll get on with our stretches for sort of 3 minutes at the end. Nice. Good. And in. Well done. And open and close. More. Good. And all the way in. Last one. Open and close. And bend in. Good. Okay. Right, I'm just going to pass you your weights so that you've got them. So we're going to do a couple of glute bridge exercises. Again, really good exercise to do because it's working the hips and the glutes at the same time. So what we're going to do, we're going to come nice and flat. Now, when you're on your mat, okay, make sure that your spine is really pushed down into that mat. We don't want to be arching the back here. We really want to get that nice neutral spine position. We're going to lift up into our glute bridge. The weights are going to start at the shoulders. So we're going to come all the way up. We're going to bicep curl as we lift. Okay, hold for a couple of seconds. And then you're going to come down, weights back to the shoulders. Okay, feet want to be hip width apart. Again, so that everything's nice and in line as we lift. We push, hold it for a couple of seconds, and come all the way down, okay? So lift, and down for 3, and lift. Really squeeze those glutes on the way up, and release nice and slowly on the way down, okay? Good, and lift for 4, nice, and lift. For 3, nice, and lift. For 2, now hold it on the last one, pulse the hips up and down for 10, good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, nice. Come all the way down. We're going to do single leg now. So, weight into the opposite arm. We're going to extend the right leg upwards. Now, as you lift those hips, you're going to keep that leg straight and the weight's going to come up with you. So we're going to do 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down. So weight in shoulder press position. Nice. Good. For 5, and down. For 6, good. And lift. For 7, and lift. For 8, 2 more, and lift. 9, and lift. For 10. Now switch over. Last one here, and we're going to come down into our stretches. Lift for 1, good. So you can see how straight his leg is here. Hips nice and square. Good, and he's lifting through. So we're really using those hips here, squeezing those glutes on the way up, releasing on the way down. 4 more for me. 4, and down, and 3, and down, and 2. Last one, and lift, and down. Good, nice. Burns?
Yeah.
Yeah, burns through those glutes, especially because you've used your glutes a lot up here when we did this bar section, okay? And then obviously you don't realise as much that you need your glutes until you do that at the end. Okay, perfect. We're going to have a really nice stretch out now. Very important, like I said, do not do bar without the stretch. So, nice extended leg. We're going to bend the inside leg. We're going to come all the way over, stretch right the way down, bring the head down as far as you can to the mat. Point this toe, really extend that leg and stretch out, and you're going to hold that stretch there. Good, nice. I would say mostly when you do your stretches at the end, try and hold your position for 10 to 15 seconds, okay, to get the most out of the stretch. Alright, so we might not today just so that we can get through everything. Switch your legs around for me, so bring the other leg in, extend that leg out, you're going to come all the way over, hold, nice, good. Okay, and come up for me, nice wide V, so take your legs out as wide as you can get them. You're going to hold that position, you're going to push your hands in front of you, you're going to push the hands away, let that head go nice and floppy. You should feel this right down those inner thighs as you're stretching through, and it's also a really good stretch for the lower back, because, again, not for you, because you're so used to it, but for a lot of us, unfortunately, posture is a problem. If you're sitting at a desk all day, if you're hunched over your computer, you will notice when you start to do barre and you start to open your posture and be very much straighter with your spine. In fact, some people find it really challenging at first because you're so used to being like this. So it is important with the lower back, make sure you really do those stretches. Okay, we're going to come up now. So we're going to come up for me, keep those wide legs into second position, good. And you're going to come all the way around in the nice circles. We're going to take those arms all the way to the floor and we're going to come all the way back, nice. So again, stretching through those legs, stretching out the lower back and stretching out those hands. Good, nice. Good, do one more this way for me and then reverse. So you're going to come up into your circle and go all the way around the other way for me. Nice. 2. Good, and all the way around for 3. And nice, now you're going to come up nice and slowly, okay? So walk the feet into the middle for me. Put the hands onto the shins, take the head floppy and come up in a nice slow forward fold. So you're stretching through that spine, push those hips forward, take those shoulders back and shrug them nice and round for me. So all the way around, nice big circles. Both directions, forwards and back. That's it, perfect. And the other way for me. Good, nice. Perfect. 3, 4, same with the chin, so all the way down, nice big circles. Again, just loosening off that neck. So let everything go nice and loose as you do this. Nice, and the other way for me. Here we go. All done.
I'd love to hear your feedback. Feel free to like, comment and drop us a message. See you soon.